Things you may not know about Jeopardy! Host Ken Jennings. 1 year after Alex Trebek died, former Jeopardy! Champion Ken Jennings returned to the show. This time he was serving as the host, standing on the other side of the room where he became a star. Jennings came into the role with a lot of emotions, seeing as how he was replacing a man he spent a lot of time with as he racked up so much money on the game show. Now, a year after that, Jennings will continue splitting the hosting duties with Mayim Bialik, and fans will see a lot more of him. Here are some things you might not know about Ken Jennings as he continues to work as a co-host on Jeopardy! Ken Jennings hosted the show on the 1-year anniversary of Alex Trebek's death. Ken Jennings served as the Jeopardy! Host on the 1-year anniversary of Alex Trebek's death. Not only that, but he said that the producers kept him from knowing that it was that exact date he hosted the show. Apparently, everyone was aware that we were going to air my first episode on the anniversary and nobody told me, Jennings said at the time. They didn't want to put that in my head. So I was not told until after that it was the November 8th show. Ken Jennings had the highest percentage of correct answers in Jeopardy! History. Everyone knows that Ken Jennings was a master champion on Jeopardy! But he was even better than many fans remember. While he returned to the show as a contestant for Jeopardy! The greatest of all time in 2020, he had a higher percentage than either Brad Rutter or James Holzhauer. Jennings won more money than almost anyone in Jeopardy! History with $4,522,700 in winnings. In his 74-show run, he won $2,520,000, and then he added $500,000 in 2005's Jeopardy! Ultimate Tournament of Champions, $100,000 in Jeopardy! Battle of the Decades, and $1 million first place prize in Jeopardy! The greatest of all time in 2020. Only Ken Rutter surpassed him when he won Jeopardy! Ultimate Tournament of Champion. Jennings also won money on other game shows. Jeopardy! Wasn't Ken Jennings' only game show. In 2006, he appeared on 1 vs. 100 where he won $714.29. In 2007, he appeared on Grand Slam and won that show, taking home $100,000. Jennings competed on Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader in 2008 and won $500,000 when he refused the $1 million question opportunity. In 2014, he won another $100,000 on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Jennings also plans to head to Pyramid. Ken Jennings' first Jeopardy! Win was controversial. Ken Jennings knew a rule that many fans didn't know, and it meant that many felt he guessed his first final Jeopardy! Answer. The question was about the Olympics, and the answer was Marion Jones. What Ken wrote was, Who was Jones? Because it was a common name, many fans felt he just guessed a popular name, and even Alex Trebek had to pause before the judges said the answer was acceptable. Ken said it was all within the rules. Unless there's a weird trick I didn't realize, the answer was Marion Jones. I knew the answer, Jennings said in an interview. The thing is, I had been trained by years of Jeopardy! Watching in college quiz bowls that you only give the last name, because there's then an additional opportunity to introduce some kind of error. I don't think it was a tough judgment call. The Jeopardy! Rule is almost always the last name is acceptable by itself, unless there's a particular ambiguity. For millions of Americans, Jeopardy! Is more than just a game show. It's a nightly ritual, a test of trivia mettle, and a celebration of quick thinking and encyclopedic knowledge. And no figure is more closely tied to this intellectual institution today than Ken Jennings, the champion-turned-host whose wit, charm, and deep love of the game have made him an indelible part of its history. While fans know him for his record-breaking 74-game winning streak, there's more to Ken Jennings than meets the buzzer. Here are 7 things you may not know about the current steward of Jeopardy's legacy. 1. He's not originally from the U.S. Although Ken Jennings is an icon of American trivia culture, he didn't spend all of his formative years in the United States. Jennings was born in Edmonds, Washington, but his family relocated frequently because his father worked as an international lawyer. As a result, Jennings spent much of his youth in South Korea and Singapore. Growing up overseas, he found a comforting connection to American pop culture by watching reruns of Jeopardy! On the Armed Forces Network. Little did he know that his childhood fascination with Alex Trebek's dulcet tones would foreshadow his own journey to game show greatness. 2. His college quiz bowl team was his training ground. Before Jennings became a trivia juggernaut on national television, he was sharpening his skills on a slightly smaller stage, college quiz bowl tournaments. While attending Brigham Young University, he was a member of the school's quiz bowl team, where his rapid recall and deep reservoir of facts made him a standout player. This collegiate crucible of fast-paced trivia contests honed both his breadth of knowledge and the crucial skill of buzzer timing, the latter proving to be an essential weapon in his legendary Jeopardy! But Jennings has often credited Quiz Bowl as a key factor in preparing him for the game show's demanding format. 3. He nearly lost his first game. It's hard to imagine now, but Ken Jennings' historic 74-game winning streak almost ended before it began. In his first appearance on Jeopardy! In 2004, Jennings faced a nail-biting final Jeopardy round. Although he ultimately clinched the victory, the margin was slim and the nerves palpable. Had a single wager or response gone differently, television history might never have been made. That close call is a reminder that even the greatest champions sometimes rely on a touch of luck and a perfectly calculated bet. 4. He's authored multiple best-selling books on topics beyond trivia. While many know Jennings as a trivia savant, fewer realize he's also an accomplished author with a knack for translating complex ideas into engaging prose. His bibliography spans multiple genres, including Brainiac, a memoir about his trivia obsession, and Maphead, an exploration of geography nerds and their passion for maps. He's also penned children's books, including the popular Junior Genius Guides, which makes science and history accessible and entertaining for young readers. Jennings' approachable writing style and self-deprecating humor have earned him a loyal following beyond the confines of quiz shows. 5. He's a lifelong comic book fan. Behind the clean-cut, buttoned-up image of a quiz show host is a man with unabashed geek credentials. Jennings has long professed his love for comic books, with a particular fondness for classic superhero tales from Marvel and DC. In interviews, he's spoken about his admiration for characters like Spider-Man and Superman, and his collection of vintage comics rivals his storehouse of trivia facts. His deep knowledge of comic book lore even helped him clinch answers during his Jeopardy! Run, proving that sometimes hours spent poring over graphic novels can pay off in the most unexpected ways. 6. He once lost to a computer and took it in stride. In 2011, Jennings faced a unique and humbling opponent, IBM's Watson, the supercomputer engineered specifically to tackle Jeopardy's formidable clues. Alongside fellow Jeopardy! Champion Brad Rutter, Jennings went head to circuit board with artificial intelligence in a special exhibition match. Despite his best efforts, Watson's sheer processing power and rapid buzzer reflexes proved too much. Jennings, ever the good sport, famously quipped under his final Jeopardy response, "I, for one, welcome our new computer overlords." The line became an instant meme, further cementing Jennings' reputation not just as a trivia titan but as a witty and self-aware pop culture figure. 7. His path to becoming a host was years in the making. While Jennings' ascent to the host's lectern might seem like a natural evolution, it was neither quick nor inevitable. After Alex Trebek's passing in 2020, Jeopardy! Embarked on an extended search for a successor, cycling through a series of guest hosts, including Jennings himself. His stints as guest host earned praise for their mix of reverence and relatability, but the path to permanent hosting duties was complicated and lengthy. Eventually, Jennings was named the show's full-time co-host alongside actress Mayim Bialik, before becoming the sole host in 2023. His stewardship is widely viewed as a